When William James wrote his book Pragmatism, he gave it the subtitle, A New Name for Some Old Ways of Thinking. The basic idea of pragmatism is that what is good is what is useful. Usefulness, practicality, the practical ability of something to make our lives better is the test of the value of anything. Now, there are, of course, differences between Plato, Cicero, Bishop Ambrose, the Christian church father, William James, and Marvel's cinematic universe. But this theme can be found in all of them. In Plato's Republic, first Thrasymachus, and then later Glaucon and Adeimantus make this challenge to what is morally right, focusing on justice. The challenge is that it's not useful for me. What is useful for me is looking out for myself, doing getting what I want out of life, and insofar as it's necessary, hurting other people along the way. This is the challenge to justice, that what is useful is not what is good. What is good is what justice requires. But what is useful for me is neglecting justice and just getting what I want. And they make this challenge, and Socrates tries to answer it in the rest of the book, The Republic by Plato. Now, Cicero carries on this theme in his book on duties. He borrows also from the Stoic philosophers, and he argues that what is useful and what is honorable are the same thing. Bishop Ambrose, the church father, baptizes Cicero. He takes this theme and he writes it in his own book on the duties of ministers. And he argues that these truths from the pagan philosophers were actually in the Bible first. And he explains and justifies them from the Bible, that what is good and what is honorable are really the same thing. What is honorable and what is useful are really the same thing. And then, of course, you have this in William James. And now, Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is a theme that emerges from several different characters and a couple of different perspectives in Iron Fist, a new chapter, well, new at the time of the making of this video, a new chapter in Marvel Cinematic Universe on Netflix. In this series, young Danny Rand, an idealist, a Buddhist, a superhero, has a controlling share of stock in his company, and he wants it to be good. He wants the company to do what is right, to do justice. And his opponents in the company, the board members, want to do what is useful. And they think that what is useful is in conflict with what is right. And Danny, of course, thinks they have to do what is right no matter what. But you see this theme emerge, that Danny's campaign to make the company good actually has a chance of making it more useful for the company itself and for its board members and its shareholders and its employees. Because, in particular because the public image of the company can improve and it can result in more money in the long run. And to be perfectly honest, I'm somewhere in the middle or so of this season, and I'm not entirely certain how it will turn out. But this theme has emerged, and it's very exciting because it really is what James was talking about. It's a new way of presenting an old way of thinking, that there is no necessary conflict between what is good and what is useful. And that in the long run, at least, the two coincide. They can coincide, and they probably do coincide. They might coincide absolutely perfectly. I'm not sure how optimistic about this series will turn out to be in the end. But so far, they're making a fairly good case for it.